Hey guys, what's up? My name is Hanan, and in this video I'll show you how to debug with breakpoints. So let's begin.
Now before we start coding, we would like to split our screen into two sides. Right side having the image with the equations, and on the left side we'll basically be having the function where we need to code up. With that, we'll start our coding. Yeah, as I start coding, I would first like to explain what this entire thing is. First thing first, this is a GRU cell, which you'll be learning more in homework 3. But for a debugging example, I'm just doing it for now like this. Then the next thing is basically I had initialized WZ, WR, X, epochs, and HT -1 based on just a normal random initialization. And then I start coding up what is ZT, RT, HT cap, and HT based on the cell on the right side with the image and everything over there. As you can see, as I do it just on the fly, thinking on based on my intuition. I'm not thinking what is correct, what is wrong right now, but that is totally fine. And then I know that I have to return HT, so everything I do that is based on that aspect. And once I basically try to run my code, you would basically see that there's an error over here, some matmal error, and then I just basically try to print the shapes right now. As you can see, as I'm printing my shapes, there is some sort of like way of doing it. But again, printing shapes for debugging is pretty inefficient way of doing it, because you'll be just printing your shape, then checking, then based on the shapes you'll be making an intuition, and then on your intuition you'll again like see how to change up your code. And then after changing your code, you run again, you see some sort of error again, and then again make changes, run your code, and again repeat the process again until you get the corrected version. That's a very inefficient way of doing it. So rather than that, we'll use something called a debugger. Debuggers are usually there in any of your editing softwares. In this case, I'm using a VS Code, so I'll show you how to use a debugger with VS Code. Right now you can see I'm just trying to make changes to my code based on the shape that's I got, and I'm doing it completely based on my intuition right now. So this initially it might not be correct, so as you can like see, I'm just trying to make changes to that right now. But that's totally fine. That's something that is expected all the time. You'll also be coming up with this issue in your homeworks as well. So this is just a way of showing around like how to work things out, basically how to debug. And as you can see, it's this way is pretty inefficient, and like you can see now I got some out of bound error, but that's totally fine. Now I'll show you how to basically use a debugger for it. So basically just go to the debugging area, but as you can see you need to put some like points, breakpoints. So I put some random breakpoints over there to see how to debug my way out of this issue. So I just run my code with the help of a debugger, and it stops in areas where I want it to stop essentially. And then I basically do all my coding on the fly in the debug console area. As you can see, there was an out of bound error over here, so I try making changes to the code based on that, and see if I can like get it to work. For this area, I'm just trying to show you how to make your code work rather than to show how to basically work with like things based on like proper answer. This won't be giving a proper answer, but this is just to show you how to make your code run essentially. So I do some changes based on it, and yep, it looks like it's running. So I'll just see what I'm getting as ZT as right now, and yeah, it looks like it's fine, it's working, everything is great. So now I just basically again step over into it, and as you can see there are two ways of doing it. Basically one is called step over and one is called step into. So step over is basically you finish the entire that line code basically running to be done, while step into is basically it does everything like from start. So basically if I were to do step over right now, it would implement ZT is equal to sigmoid, and after finishing up that line it will just hit up the next line. But if I use something called step into would basically just make me go from ZT sigmoid, basically go me to the sigmoid function, and then like do the running in sigmoid function and then complete the code. Both of them are like a good ways of debugging it, but that's totally fine. As you can see over here, even when you're using debugging, it will not necessarily save your changes on the top, so you'll just need to restart your debugging console, but that's pretty easy to do. But the main aspect of using a debugger in your editor language is basically that you're able to basically debug on the fly, and that's a really useful way of debugging things out. And then you can just make the changes to it, remove your breakpoint over there, and then just move on to the other area. That's how, like, most of the time I do it, and I think most of the time how other people also do it as well. So again, it's a very efficient way of debugging rather than just setting it out and basically trying to do it based on your shapes and do it every single time, run your program. So debugger is helpful in that aspect. Again, as you can see right now, I'm making some changes to my HD cap and all that stuff, and trying to just debug my way through it. So basically I just put what is RT over here, and then I put HD cap to see if my HD cap is correct in this. I'll try printing up my HD cap over here, and if you see over here right now, I get some sort of value. So it's just working right now, and I know everything is working smoothly with the help of debuggers, and that's really good. And if you see on the left side, it tells you what everything is, basically what W is, WR is, WZ is, but I don't really use a lot of that, because basically debug console just helps you in every aspect of that. So yeah, that's basically me showing you how to debug. You can do this for your homework 1s and homework part 2s as well, homework part 1s and part 2s basically, and it's pretty easy. Once you're finished with debugging, just remove your breakpoints and just run everything smoothly from the start, and you can see I just get some answer. That's it. Thank you.